Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. I'm a 32-year-old zero-based cashless budgeter and stuffer, and today we're going to be budgeting out my fourth DoorDash paycheck for the month of August. So I did do a little bit better this week than we have been in the past couple of weeks. I didn't hit my goal. I always try to aim for like $300 to $400. We got $215.14, but a lot better than last week, so we'll take it. So let's just go ahead and dive on in. So we'll start with my roundup. We're gonna put that 14 cents into my roundup challenge, and that is going to leave us with $215 to budget with for the week. So we're gonna move into my variable expenses first. Buffer we're gonna skip. I did switch things up a little bit, you'll see in a second here, but we're gonna skip buffer. Crochet by Jamie is gonna get its normal $5. I do have a pattern that I want to buy to make my friend a tapestry crochet. So he's really into One Piece. It's his favorite anime. And I found a skull and crossbones with like the Luffy hat. I'm sure it has a name, but I don't watch One Piece, so I don't know what it's called, but that flag. So I'm gonna make that for him, but I'm not gonna buy the pattern yet. I have a lot of socks I need to finish making first. But I'm just saving up for that. And then the yarn. Gas, we are going to give $60 this week. I did fill up twice. I have almost a full tank left, so $60 should be plenty. Groceries, we're gonna go back to the $30. I did overspend in groceries this week. I DoorDashed my groceries instead of shopping for them like a normal person, so I had to pay a tip, and probably they upcharged me just for the convenience, but it is what it is. We're gonna put $30 in, that will cover our overage. Prescriptions, we're gonna put $5 in. I'm probably just gonna keep stuffing $5 per week until this gets back up to 30, since I only pick up one prescription for $20. My prescription cost just changed with my insurance updating, and I pick up one for $20 once a month, and then two for $10 once every 3 months. So I think $5 a week should be good. And then spending, we're gonna get $5. You may notice that there is no longer a Sweet Treats envelope. I moved that $25 into my buffer. And I took out Sweet Treats because I am only DoorDashing like 2 to 3 hours at a time. And if I can't go 3 hours without a snack or getting a new energy drink or a new bottle of water, there's something wrong with me. So we took out Sweet Treats and we moved that into buffer. So we have $75 in buffer now. So for variable expenses, I don't need the calculator for this. It's 105. I'm probably gonna regret using not using the calculator, but we'll find out at the end. Okay, so we're gonna move into my high priority binder. Starting off with car costs, we have $405, and we're gonna put $5 into here. Yes, debt payoff, we have $200. We are gonna put $10 in. I will start stuffing this more after my festivals at the beginning and end of September, so I will start stuffing that more at that point. Speaking of festivals, we have $200 and we are going to put $50 in. I did have to buy something for one of my festivals, and unfortunately I think that means that I will no longer be able to afford a hotel on my drive out. So I am now thinking of leaving my house at like 2 in the morning and driving straight to Kansas. I should get there by like 5 or 6 in the evening, and I think the campsite opens at 4, so that should work. It's not gonna be a fun day, but I'm driving straight back on Monday, so that's not gonna be a fun day either. But unless like I do really, really well with DoorDashing in the next couple of weeks, I'm not gonna be able to afford a hotel. It is what it is. Gifts, we have $156. I'm going to add $4 into here. I am making some of my presents for some of my family members. I'm knitting a pair of socks for my sister and her boyfriend, and I will probably knit or crochet something for other members of my family, but like a pair of socks when you're in your 30s isn't like enough of a present. It's not with my income. It's not justified. So I'm still going to buy something for them as well, smaller, but I'm still gonna buy something. So I need to keep stuffing that envelope. Taxes, we have $410. And we are just going to add 5 this week. I will also start stuffing more after festival season, but I honestly don't need to stuff a ton in my taxes envelope because I the money that I make from door dashing, I have deductions from my mileage. So I don't pay taxes on nearly as much money as I make. And then I also get a really good tax refund from my big girl job. So that covers, last year covered all of my DoorDash and Etsy taxes and then some. But I would like to bulk that up so that I get a nice refund at the end of tax season. But in my high priority binder this week, we are adding $74. And I'm really happy that I added 50 to festivals because it needs some love. Okay, so we're going into my low priority binder. We're gonna put some weird amounts in some of these envelopes. But Body Mods will be getting $1. Electronics will be getting $1. Fitness will be getting $3. I did buy a rack for my medals, and I had a subscription for a shoe. The company that I buy my shoes from came out, which I completely forgot about. So unfortunately, we are going to end up having an IOU in here, but we're just going to stuff $3 for now. I don't know why I did $3 if I have an IOU. It was originally to make it a nice round number, but now it's negative, so it is what it is, I guess. And I have been running more. I started running, I have 2 parks near me. One is on my way home from work. One is like 5 miles in the other direction. And they both have a loop around a reservoir or lake that's about 1 mile. So I've been trying to walk or run at least 1 loop a day. I have done that so far every day since last Monday. So 7-day streak so far. On Friday, I unfortunately threw up during my run because it was 97 degrees and my stomach was empty, and water on a hot, empty stomach is not great. And today there was a massive storm that broke out halfway through my first lap of my 4.5 mile run, so I had to stop. But we got at least 1 lap done every day this week, which was my goal. But anyway, moving on. To hair and lashes, we're going to put $7 in. I would really like to start getting my lashes done again. Unfortunately, I don't have the money for that at this point. At this time, getting my hair done every 6 months is like a stretch. And I should be getting my hair done more often than every 6 months because I go blonde. And I look ridiculous with 6 months of roots. But maybe after festival season, we'll be able to put some more money into this. Shindigs and shenanigans, we're going to be putting $3 in. Shopping, I lost weight this week. I weighed myself every day this week and I lost 0.9 pounds. We do $5 per pound lost, so that's $4.50, but we round up here. So we're stuffing $5 into my envelope, which is great because my last pair of blue jeans, the thighs ripped. I got thick thighs and they gave up. So I had to buy some new jeans, so I spent some money out of this envelope. And then travel, we are going to be adding $3. We are just slowly saving up for my trip to Hawaii for my 35th birthday. So we've got a couple of years to save up for that. So in my low priority binder, we are stuffing $23. And then finally, we're going to go into my long-term savings. We're going to start off with 52 cats, which is my version of the 52-week challenge. This week we have enough spare money to do the $6 cat. For cats, my children's emergency fund, we are adding just $1. I did have to take one of my cats to the vet this week. She had some diarrhea, unfortunately, so we went to the vet. She looks otherwise healthy, which is great. They put her on a probiotic and a stool thickener, so she gets wet food twice a day, every day now for the next week. And she goes back for her dental cleaning in mid-September. So hopefully at that point, everything has resolved itself. They'll get the results of her testing back and we won't have to medicate her anymore because as much as she likes wet food, she doesn't like being medicated. But who does? Home improvement, we're going to add $1. I still have not heard back from my insurance adjuster. So I talked to my parents and they are willing to cover the cost of the rest of the roof repair so that I can go ahead and reach out to the roofing company and get scheduled. And then if and when the insurance company ever writes me that check, I'll just pay my parents back. So this envelope might not be so thick for so long, but we'll see. Medical, we are just adding $1. Month ahead, we are going to add $3 and round up, just gets that 14 cents. And then wedding is stuffed based on my relationship status. I am still single, so still $1. And honestly, I haven't even opened Hinge in like weeks. The guy I like is single, so maybe something will happen there. But, you know, I'm not holding my breath. Whatever happens will happen. So $13 in savings. So let's just go ahead and make sure that this adds up to $2.15. It does. Perfect. I didn't mess up my variable expenses math in my head. So the last thing we need to do is my cash breakdown, see what bills I'm going to need to pull. So Crochet by Jamie will get a 5, gas will get a 50 and a 10, groceries a 20 and a 10, prescriptions and spending both get 5s, car costs a 5, debt payoff a 10, festivals a 50, gifts 2 2s, and taxes a 5. Body Mods Electronics get 1, Fitness gets a 2 and a 1, Hair gets a 5 and a 2, Shindigs a 2 and a 1, Shopping a 5, and Travel a 2 and a 1. I almost said a 3. Wouldn't that be nice if a $3 bill existed? 52 Cats is going to get a 5 and a 1. What am I doing here? Cats will get a 1, Home will get a 1, Medical a 1, Month Ahead a 2 and a 1, and Wedding a 1. So we have 100, we have 20, we have 30, we have 65, we have 14, and we have 11. I fear I messed up here. $240. What in the hell? Let me try this again. 50, 20, 10, 5, 2, 1. 5, 50, 10, 20, 10, 5, 5, 5, 10, 50, 2, 2, 5, 1, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. That's 50, 20, 30. Oh. That's 40. 12, 10. Okay, I don't know what's going on with me right now. But that is $215. I don't know what happened with this one, so we're gonna ignore it. But this is correct. We got $215. I just did mental math wrong. I was so excited I got all my math right, but never works out that way for me. But that is gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you on Wednesday for my cash stuffing.